I welcome you all again on our e-learning platform, and today we will continue the lecture for CLSP BCCA third year, 6th semester. In lecture number 13, we have seen in detail what is Memorandum of Association and what are its features and what are the clauses which are contained in Memorandum of Association. Today we will focus on Articles of Association. As you know that Articles of Association and Memorandum of Association, these are the two documents. Okay, these documents must be kept, must be maintained by each and every company. Now I hope this is clear for you that these are the documents. Which one? MOA and AOA. In detail we have gone through with memorandum, and today we will see Articles of Association. So what is Articles of Association? It is a second important document where we can call it as a secondary document, whereas memorandum is primary, but at the same time article is also secondary, means primary importance is given to the memorandum, but at the same time it is compulsory by every company to maintain the Articles of Association. And what is Articles of Association? It is a second most important document which needs to be filed with the ROC along with the memorandum at the time of incorporation. Okay, here what is said, at the time of incorporation, means these are the two important documents which are required from the very initial stage of every company. And what is the initial stage? What is the first stage? That is incorporation. So memorandum and articles are the two important documents. Primary importance to the memorandum and secondary importance is given to the articles. So we can also call it as a bylaws. Now see, what are the main things which are included in articles? The Articles of Association, why it is called bylaws? Because each and every company has to set up its own rules and regulations. To govern the company, to run the company, they have to maintain some rules. For example, the rule like when to enter in the company, what will be the incoming time, what will be the outgoing time, what will be the policy of working, how each and every employee is paid according to his post, according to his education, as per his experience. Each and every policy, each and every rules and regulations related to the employees. It means what? It is all the part which is the requirement of the internal management that is included in Articles of Association. So it is called, it is like a bylaws of the company, and it contains rules and regulations that governs the internal management of the company. Along with that, what it includes? It defines the powers, rights and duties of the board of directors and officers, and also the manner in which the business of the companies will be carried on, means each and everything. In memorandum you see all the, what is the aim of the company, why the company is set up, what are the achievements, what a company would like to achieve in future, or everything related to the aims of the company. Okay, what is the main motive behind opening the company, that is included in memorandum. And whereas here in articles, okay, the powers, the duties, the rights, the working nature of the company, how many employees will be appointed in the company, each and every policy related matters are included in Articles of Association. Here in this lecture only we will see at last what is the difference between memorandum and articles, and there your concept will get clear that what is memorandum and what is articles. So Articles of Association establishes relationship between the company and its members. Okay, it establishes, it defines the relationship between the company and its members. Okay, between the company and its employees, between the company and its shareholders. Okay, so this is what is the main purpose behind the Articles of Association. Now definition. As per section 2 under section 5 of the Companies Act 2013, article means the articles of association of a company as originally framed or as altered from time to time in pursuance. In pursuance means in presence of any previous company law of this act. Means articles of association is originally framed, means why it is prepared, why it is documented, because or altered from time to time. Okay, here what it means, you can means it is necessary at the very initial stage of incorporation that each and every company must prepare, must file the articles. Now once the document is prepared, okay, once the rules and regulations, the policy, the powers, the rights and duties, the rules and regulations of the board of directors and officers, everything is finalized. Now your what you say pro forma for the articles of association is ready to frame. Now once it is ready, once it is framed, at the same time or as altered, and it means if you want to alter, you can alter it, but again altered from time to time in the pursuance of any previous company law or of this act. Correct? Articles, simple, you need to understand that articles of association, first it is a secondary document which is required at the initial stage of incorporation. It includes the rules and regulations that governs the internal management of the company. So it is all related to the internal matters. Articles of association includes the internal management of the company. At the same time, it defines the powers, rights and duties of the board of directors and the officers, and also the manner in which the business of company will be carried out, means how the business will be run, how the decisions will be taken, how the different functions of the management will be conducted. Everything is mentioned in articles of association. Thus, articles is a legal document in writing which contains rules and regulations which help in the internal management of the company. Every company may be managed differently. The Companies Act 2013 does not specify the exact contents of the articles. However, regulations given in the article should not exceed the power of the company as it laid down by its memorandum or contradict the Companies Act 2013 or any other law. It means what? You cannot go beyond the terms, beyond the norms which are included for the incorporation, which are included for preparing the articles of association. Means you do not have that power, okay, beyond the norms, rules and regulations, terms and conditions or mean for preparing the articles. Means what you have to do, means the company, the promoters, they must follow the Companies Act 2013 to prepare their articles. Okay, if they go beyond that, it means they are breaking the rules, they are making that mistake of pointing out or mentioning the, what you say, including points related to the articles which is not the part of Companies Act 2013. Means they cannot do that. They have to every time take the help of Companies Act, okay, for the preparation of articles of association. Correct? Then contents of articles. Again, this is the important point, that what are the points which are included in articles of association, which is also known as contents of articles. A company may adopt the model article as given by the Companies Act 2013 or add additional matters as per its requirements. Again and again it is said, a company have to adopt, means they must follow the model articles. Means before preparing the article, the promoters should adopt the model, means the pro forma. Any other company which has prepared their article, they can follow that, or they will follow the pro forma which is given in the Companies Act 2013 for preparing its articles. Then articles of association usually contains rules and regulations related to following matters. Now rules and regulations related to what? First, share capital, shares and their value and their division into different types of shares. Okay, the rules and regulations related to share capital, the company has to mention in their article. Second, what they need to follow, rights of each class of shareholders and procedure for variation of their rights. Okay, how much the dividend amount will be given to the different types of shareholders, equity shareholders, preference shareholders. Okay, there are different types of shares. We will see in the coming chapters. But here in articles, rights of each class of shareholder and procedure of variations of their rights. Okay, then procedure relating to the allotment of shares, making of calls and forfeiture of shares. Then rules related to transfer and transmission of shares and procedures to be followed. Lien of the company on shares allotted to the members for the amount unpaid by them. Lien on company on shares. See, all these terms, rule number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just now I have mentioned. This is all related to shares. And when we will come to the chapter 7, to the topic 7, then the things will be more clear for you. For just now, you just have to go through with the contents. Then increase, alteration or reduction of share capital. Each and everything related to share capital must be mentioned in the articles by the promoters. Increase. If they want to increase the share capital, then how they will increase, when they will increase, that has to be mentioned in articles in advance. They cannot say, means the promoter cannot say that after incorporation we will provide you the procedure for increasing. But at the time of incorporation, the promoters have to mention clearly how they will increase the share capital. At the same time, alteration, how they will make alteration in share capital, or reduction of share capital. Means rules and regulations related to share capital, whether they want to increase, whether they want to alter, or they want to reduce the share capital, that must be mentioned in the articles of association. Then appointment, remuneration, power, duties, etc. of the directors and officers of the company. See, these are the two persons like directors, officers, managing directors, okay, CEO, CFO. These are the higher authorities of every company. Now their appointment, how they will be appointed, how much remuneration, that means how much salary will be paid to them, okay, what powers and duties they will perform, that everything must be mentioned in articles of association. Correct? Then procedure for conversion of shares into stock and vice versa, that also has to be mentioned in articles. Provisions related to board, committee and general meeting, voting rights of the members, proxy, quorum, poll, adjustment of meeting, everything. See, whatever are the contents which are mentioned here and which I am just discussing with you, those are all related to internal management. These are all part of internal management. So provisions related to board of directors, then committee, when they will take the general meeting, when they will arrange, means when company will arrange its general meeting, committee meeting, what will be the voting rights of the members, proxy, quorum, poll, adjournment of meeting, everything related or regarded to meeting, annual general meeting, committee meeting must be mentioned in articles of association. Audit of accounts, transfer of money to reserves, declaration of dividend, etc. must be mentioned in the articles of association by the promoters. Then borrowing powers of the company and mode of borrowing, how they will borrow, whether they will take loan from bank, whether they will increase the money by taking from private persons, private institution, everything must be included in articles. Then issue of share certificates, including procedure for issue of duplicate share certificate, that must be also mentioned in article. Then constitution and composition of audit committee, remuneration committee, corporate social responsibility committee. So every rules and regulations related to the committee must be mentioned in audit. Provision for winding up of the company, if after 2 years or 3 years of a span, if the promoters want to close down the business, then how they will close the company, how they will dissolve that particular business, that provision or winding up must be mentioned in articles of association. Arbitration, indemnity, these words we will cover in our coming topics. As and when, as per the syllabus, this topic is there, we will discuss in detail. These are the just contents of articles of association and you must be aware about this. Correct? Then next is entrenchment of article. Okay, now what this means, entrenchment articles are those articles, means Here it clearly means provisions, though which cannot be altered by passing only a special resolution, but a more elaborate procedure as prescribed by the Act must be followed. For example, to alter the name of the company, 9 by 10, the majority should agree. Now here, entrenchment articles can be done at the time of formation of a company or even later on. Means if company want to change its name, means the provision which has been mentioned in articles of association. But again, here what it says are those articles, means provisions, which cannot be altered by passing only special resolution, but a more elaborate procedure as prescribed by the Act must be followed. If any company who has established, okay, they have uh, given the name like BBC Corporation. Now they want to alter its name, but as per the company law, as per the Companies Act 2013, if the board of directors, there are 10 members of board of directors, but out of 10, 9 people are ready to change the name, to alter the name. Only that time there will be changes in the name of the company. But if 8 out of 10 people only are ready to alter its name, then in that case alteration is not possible, and for that reason to alter the name of the company, 9 out of 10 the majority should agree. Correct? This 9 out of 10 means there are 10 persons in board of directors, and out of those 10 persons only 8 persons are ready to change. But 8 persons are not sufficient. There must be at least 9 persons to change its name. Then they have to pass a special resolution. Not only the special resolution is compulsory, but they have to give an elaborate procedure, which, and that procedure is mentioned in Companies Act, and they have to follow that procedure to change the name. So entrenchment articles can be done at the time of formation of company or even later on. Okay, although it is difficult, they can do it, promoters can do it, but at the same time they have to mention particularly in their articles of association. Now, alteration of articles. The Companies Act states that subject to the provision of the Act and the condition contained in the memorandum, a company can alter its articles by passing a special resolution in general meeting of the company. Every company has to arrange a general meeting, and if they, means the promoters want to make, promoters or the managing directors or the board of directors want to make certain changes in memorandum or articles of association, then in that case a special resolution in general meeting of the company must be passed for making any alterations in articles or in memorandum. Alterations in the articles bind the members in the same way as the original articles did. Correct? So a company can alter its articles of association in the following ways. How they can alter? By adoption a new set of an articles. Okay, means if they want to completely change all the contents in the articles of association, then in that case what they need to do? By adoption of a new set of an articles. By deletion of an articles, the old article will be deleted and new articles will be included, or new articles will be altered. Then by addition or insertion of a new article, okay, maybe they want to include 3 or 4 contents in the articles. Then by addition or insertion, by substitution of an article, by amendment of an article. Means these are the following way how a company can alter its articles of association. Then doctrine of indoor management. Now what do you mean by doctrine of indoor management? It is an accepted fact that certain information which is internal to a company cannot be known by the outsiders. Correct? Means being a shareholder, you are not authorized to know about the internal management of the company. Means you just go, you buy the shares, be the shareholders, then what you say, you are earning the dividend on those shares. Okay, your role ends there. Okay, hence they act in accordance to the information they get from the memorandum and articles. Okay, after buying the shares, they receive prospectus, and in that prospectus they what you say, receive the information related to the company. For example, at which year the company is established, how they are increasing their share capital, all the information related to the company is mentioned in that prospectus. But being a shareholder, your role ends there. You buy the shares, okay, earn the dividend regularly, and do not interfere in the matters in what you say in internal matters of the company. Okay, so hence they act in accordance to the information they get from the memorandum and articles. Doctrine of indoor management states that persons entering into a contract with the company need not inquire whether the company or its officers have properly followed the internal proceedings as stated in the articles. It is assumed that the company acts as per the memorandum and articles of association. For example, Nitin, the student who became the shareholder after buying the shares of the company BBC Corporation. Now, once you have purchased the share, okay, then you are going through with the prospectus where articles and memorandum of association is mentioned. But you just read it, you just go through of it. It is none of your business that you will interfere in the particular matters of the management. Okay, how the company is working, how the manager is earning the salary, whether the company is paying the salary regularly or not, this is not your job. Okay, it is all the part of indoor management. So, being an outsider, being a shareholder, stop there on. It is assumed that the company acts as per the memorandum and articles of association. Doctrine of indoor management protects the interest of outsiders when they act based on the memorandum and articles of association of a company, as outsiders are not bound to inquire into regularity of internal proceedings. Correct? Being an outsider, you are not supposed to interfere in the matter of the company or regarding the articles and memorandum of association. It is completely a part of indoor management, internal management. Correct? So, this is what is doctrine of indoor management. Now, we will see the difference between memorandum and articles of association. Now, meaning you know what is memorandum? It is a document which defines aims and objectives, whereas articles, it is the document which defines rules and regulations of internal management of the company. Correct? Now status. Memorandum is a primary document, whereas articles is a secondary document. Okay? And it is subordinate to the memorandum. Then scope, it lays down the area beyond which the activities of the companies cannot go. It lays down the boundaries within which articles will be framed. Now it provides the regulations within the boundaries laid down by the memorandum. It does lays down the scope within company can function. Means memorandum, what memorandum says? How the company will achieve its aims and objectives. Okay, and it is whereas in articles of association, regulations within the boundaries laid down by the memorandum, means whatever the memorandum, the aim and objective which is mentioned in the memorandum. So it lays down the scope within the company can function. The aim or objectives which is not mentioned in the memorandum, then that may not be the part of rules and regulations of the articles of association. Correct? Within the scope, company has to work. Then contents, in which it lays down the range of activities of a company can do and cannot do. It contains the name of the company, state in which the registered office is located, capital structure, details of objects of company, liability of members, etc. Then it lays down the rules and regulations for the internal management of the company. It contains detail of allotment of securities, appointment, duties, and power of directors, auditors, officers, winding of procedures, etc. All that matters related to the indoor management, related to the internal management. Relation. It defines relationship between company and outsiders. Correct? Which one? Memorandum. And articles, it defines relationship between company and members and between the members. Correct? Between the members. Now, contradicts. It cannot contain anything which contradicts the company's act or any other statute. It cannot contain any provisions which contradicts the company's act with as well as the memorandum. alterations, the process of alteration of memorandum is little complicated as approval. Means in case if the company wants to make any alteration in the 6 clauses which are the part of the memorandum, so they have to pass the special resolutions. But beyond that, in some cases, mean in some alterations, the company has to take the approval of the central government for certain alterations, not every. Only special resolution can be passed and alterations can be made in the clauses. But some of the alterations are like, those are the complicated alterations, and many of the times it may require the approval of the central government. So alteration is little bit difficult or not easy, whereas alteration in articles is a simple process, as only a special resolution is needed to be passed or needed to be altered. Correct? So this is what is our today's lecture regarding company law and secretary. We will stop here. Thank you.